This Yasir Qadhi should be shut down. His channel should be shut down. He should never be allowed to open his mouth about Islam. Wallahi. Wallahi, this person is a disaster that has engulfed this ummah.
When you do a deep dive is when things get very, very awkward and difficult.
No. No. If you want misguidance, listen to Yasir Qadhi.
The preservation of the ahruf, is it 1, is it 3, is it 7?
Yasir al-Qadhi, I accuse you. You are worse than the layman people. You failed. You failed.
This is not a joke, brothers and sisters. The issue of ahruf and qira'at caused confusion to somebody whom the Prophet ﷺ said, if you want to listen to the Quran directly, listen to Ubay.
ما في مشكلة تكفير يا أخي. Live. We don't care.
The most advanced of our scholars, they're not quite fully certain how to solve all of the unanswered questions in there.
Yasir Qadhi, when you see him on a video, click X.
Traditional understandings of ahruf and qira'at cannot answer some of these pressing questions that are now being poked.
When you hear him, close your ears. Lest you want to be exposed to fitna.
The standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.
This quote-unquote renowned scholar, he's a da'i. He does not qualify to be a scholar.
I would advise Dr. Yasir Qadhi to stop indulging in this, because this is not his field. He's not an authority to say.
If I were to give you a blank mushaf, yeah, and tell you to write what is munazzal verbatim from Allah into that mushaf with no human interference, would you write something which corresponds?
It's not an easy answer. It's not an easy yes or no.
I think this should be an easy yes or no, though. Yasir Qadhi. I have to.
Okay.
What would you write?
You're pushing me.
I'm telling it to you flat out. You may not listen to anything that Yasir Qadhi has to offer. Zero. Nada. Nothing.
And my argument is very straightforward. So what if a lot of people said something, it doesn't make it right? The fact that 99% of your teachers say something doesn't mean it is the correct truth.
His criticism applies to the entire Islamic tradition.
Of course, anything that Yasir Qadhi says at this point is probably wrong. We are at a point with Yasir Qadhi where if he says the sky is blue, I have to double check 3-4 times.
It seems like Yasir Qadhi's lying. That's just the reality. Yasir Qadhi seems to be lying.
There has never been 2 copies of the Quran that are different even in one letter or one word.
Is that true? It's not true.
If you were to compare 2 printed Qurans, you're going to see differences between them.
In the second video, he's clear about the reality, and he affirms the reality. So those are 2 different things.
I wish and pray that Allah Azza wa Jal will guide him. Allah guide him, Ya Rabbi guide him. And if Allah doesn't have it in His decree to guide him, so that we don't have to hear him rant about any Islamic subject matter. From the accused the Prophet ﷺ of having ill intentions with Zainab bin Jahash, to now claiming that shirk is not shirk. What is left for this guy? Quran has, the narrative of the Quran has holes in it. The standard narrative, what is left for this person?
The standard narrative does not answer some very pressing questions. The standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm telling you, if you continue to listen to him, very soon there will be no more foundations of Islam. They're being destroyed in front of you, one after the other.
I believe that he finds the topic of the qira'at to be problematic for like the layman audience, and therefore he simply lied. That's what I believe.
Well, what's wrong with you? You used to be a good person before, but it's Allah who guides whom He will and misguides whom He will.